I have some wonderful news to share about the Elgin pocket watch that I was working on. In my last video, I thought that it was missing its roller jewel, and I was trying to figure out where to get a new part for it, because I couldn't see the roller jewel, and the watch wasn't starting when I wound it up. Well, it looked like the roller jewel was missing when I looked at it. When I looked at the bottom of the balance wheel, I couldn't see the impulse jewel on the impulse table, and I decided to look at it again today and looked at it through a stronger magnifier. It turns out that there is an impulse jewel there. I just didn't see it because it's one of those transparent jewels, just like the ones used on the pallet fork on this watch. And I was looking for something that was red. Well, being that it was transparent and I wasn't looking at it through a strong enough magnifier, I just didn't see the thing. So I put it back together, and it's of course still not running, and I'm trying to figure out, why is this thing not working? All the parts are there now, so we don't have that as an excuse anymore. Well, I looked at it more closely, and I realized that when I had it wound down without any power in the mainspring, the arm from the pallet fork, the arm that reaches toward the impulse jewel on the balance wheel, was way off center. It was hitting hard against one of the banking pins and resting against it, which indicates that the watch has a very massive beat error. So I started playing with the beat error adjustment, and I got it to where it was roughly centered, as close as I could get with the naked eye. And then I wound it up, and just like that, wow, it starts working. It starts right up. Beautiful. That was the problem. The thing just had such a massive beat error. That's why it wouldn't run. I've got it on the Timegrapher now. I've been trying to regulate it, and after I reset the beat error to where it looked roughly good, I went ahead and oiled the rest of the jewels, and I'll show you those in a minute and show you which ones I oiled and what oil I used with them. So I did that, and then I've got it on the Timegrapher, and I've been messing with the regulation, and here are our results. Well, here are our results. The rate is running at negative 19 seconds per day, which isn't too bad. I can correct that out easily. Amplitude is 257, which is very, very good, healthy amplitude for a movement this old. Beat error is just 0.2 milliseconds. So this is very good. I can correct this and get the rate far better than this. Because I just oiled all the jewels, I don't want to mess with the regulation anymore, because after it runs for a couple days, it's going to settle into its final running state as the oils and everything get distributed through the jewels and around the pivots that I oiled. So I'm going to let this run for a day or two before I do the final regulation on it. But I know that we can get it perfect now, or very close to it, because it's running beautifully right now. We're getting there now. We're on the home stretch. Here are the jewels we need to lubricate. The upper and lower balance jewels, which are the Inca block jewels, didn't need to be done because I did them in an earlier video. There is a little jewel visible under the balance wheel on the pallet fork bridge. That had to be oiled. This one here had to be oiled, which is for the escape wheel. That's the fourth wheel. That's the third wheel. That's the center wheel. The center wheel and the third wheel both got a little drop of Mobius HP 1300, which is the heavier oil. The fourth wheel, escape wheel, and pallet fork got a little drop of the Mobius 9010, which is the light oil. After that, we flip the movement over. We have to oil the lower counterparts of those jewels. Once again, there's the Inca block jewel, which is the lower balance wheel. That didn't need to be oiled since we'd already done it. This one here is going to be the pallet fork jewel, the escape wheel jewel, fourth wheel jewel, third wheel jewel, and center wheel jewel. And these jewels receive the same type of oil that was used for the upper versions of them. We use the light Mobius 9010 for pallet fork, escape wheel, and fourth wheel. The fourth wheel its spindle sticks up beyond the jewel, and the reason for that, you probably can't see it in the video, but the reason for that is because that's what the second hand attaches to. We're going to press the second hand down onto that spindle when we reassemble the dial in the hands. So those three got the Mobius 9010. Then the third wheel and the center wheel both got a little drop of the HP 1300, the heavier oil. And that is all the jewels that need to be lubricated. So the movement's fully lubricated now. All we need to do now is install the motion works and the keyless works. And then once we have them installed, the movement will be fully assembled, and then we can attach the dial and the hands and put it back in the case, and we'll be done.